and shoulders, which are often, oh, it's just saying live now. Okay. Yeah, so what came up last week was that people wanted to work on sort of a few people opening up shoulders and thoracic spine. And at the moment, we're spending a lot of time sitting indoors. So it's not only hips that get tight, shoulders do as well, because we're spending a lot more time sitting at our computers, which means rounded shoulders. Also, a lot of people suffer with back pain, which they assume comes from, we always assume, is sort of in the lower back. Morning, Anna. But actually, that sort of pain in the lower back can actually come from the thoracic tension in the thoracic spine or issues there. So the thoracic forms, there's a lot of joints in the spine, but 50% of them are in the thoracic spine. So it's sort of from middle of the back up all the way up to where it meets the cervical spine in the neck. And this part of the spine is the most limited in mobility because with the rib cage, it's protecting the internal organs. So if we have too much movement there, we risk damaging those internal organs. So there's a good reason for that. But there are, morning Julie, morning Sarah, there are muscles there that can be strengthened and worked and also lengthened and opened up. So there is a bit of mobility. And if we don't loosen up there, we end up relying on the sort of more free movement of the lumbar spine and the cervical spine in the neck. So in our back bends, for instance, if it's really tight around here, we'll be excessively bending in the lumbar and the cervical spine. So really good to open that up. Also, you'll notice if that's tight, that can also impact on your ability to breathe fully. So we'll start with some breathing techniques to notice how tight it is there. So really want you to focus today on breathing into the backbone, so at the back of the lungs and the heart, and just noticing what's there for you. Okay, I think we'll start. I've got a few of you here now. And I just wanted to say as well that we have a wonderful treat this morning. We've got some beautiful music composed by Edd Blakeley, who I believe is joining the class this morning. I don't know if he's here yet, but good morning to you, Ed, if you are. And he's sort of donated this playlist especially for the class. It's his music, so we can play it. And I hope you enjoy it. And as always, if you enjoy the class, donations to the Conquest Hospital Fund. Okay, so on your mats, and we're going to start in child's pose again, as we did last week. So good for the hips, but also really good for opening the back and shoulders. So we're going to have the arms out in front, forearms to the floor, fingers spread nice and wide, and then maybe have the knees to the edges of the mat so that the belly and the rib cage can sink down in between the legs, forehead to the floor or to a block. Also, if you don't already have them, if you've got anything that resembles a block, you might not need it, or a block itself, grab that, and a belt, tie, scarf, anything like that. This would be useful to have actually. And then we'll meet in child's pose. And then begin to deepen the breath. So as you inhale, feel that expansion of the rib cage. Breathe all the way into the back of the body. So feel not just the front of the rib cage lifting, but the whole back of the rib cage expanding as well. And as you exhale, release and let go. So allow the body to sink down into the floor. So forgive my head levitating, I'm just doing that so you can hear me, but if you have your forehead on the floor or on a block. And notice if there's any tension. So is it difficult to breathe into the back of the body? Is it difficult to fill the lungs fully? This could be due to tightness in the thoracic spine. And just 3 more breaths here. Good, and then come high onto the fingertips. So tenting the hands. As you inhale, lengthen the spine, expand the rib cage. And as you exhale, walk the hands to the right. And then fold over that right knee or right leg, but keep the left sit bone drawn back towards the heel. So you want to feel a nice stretch through the left side of the body. So we're creating space in the lats here, which helps to begin to open up through the thoracic as well. Just this whole area we want to begin to create space in. And then inhale, slowly come back to center. Exhale to the other side. Big expansive inhale. As you exhale, soften over that left leg. Breathe into that space where you're creating space. So I really want you to think about that in this class today, that we're creating space in the body. So using the breath to become more expansive in the body, even when movement feels restricted. And then inhale, slowly come back to center, and then walk the hands up. And then come to sit either on the heels if that's comfortable, or sit cross-legged, so any comfortable position. And then just roll the shoulders out a few times. Looks like lots more people have joined us. Good morning, hope you're all feeling okay. So if you missed the first part, we're working on creating space and loosening the thoracic spine, so the upper back and the shoulders as well today. Okay. So we're just going to do a little neck release. So left hand, left arm out to your left, and we're going to flex the wrist. So you're almost pushing that hand away. Inhale, lengthen the spine. And then as you exhale, bring the right ear to the right shoulder. You should feel a nice little stretch through the neck. And that left hand is almost pushing away. I don't like to use the word pushing because we're not forcing as such, but it just increases that stretch in the neck. Option to bring the right hand to the left side of the head, but we're not forcing the head down. It just acts as a weight to increase that stretch in the neck. Keep that breath big and expansive, breathing all the way into the back of the body. As you exhale, releasing tension. And then we'll do the same on the other side. Right arm extended, right wrist flexed, left hand to the left side of the head. And bring that left ear to the left shoulder. Inhale, lengthen the spine. And exhale, feel that lovely stretch in the right side of the neck. Your neck might be a bit stiff and tight, so this could feel quite strong. Don't force, just go gently. Allow the breath to be your guide. If your breath becomes tense and restricted, you might have gone too far. So go easy on yourself. Lead with love. And then slowly release. Good. Bring the hands onto the shoulders. Just going to give us a bit more light. Okay, then as you inhale, we're going to bring the elbows together. Feel that nice stretch in the back of the rib cage as you do. And then bring the elbows up. And then exhale them back and down. We'll do that twice more. Inhale, elbows meet. And up, feel the rib cage lengthen. Exhale, back and down. And one more time. Big expansive breath, exhale. Good. And then inhale, bring the arms together and then stack the right elbow above the left elbow. Bend the elbows. Maybe you can bring the palms together. If not, just hook the thumb and little finger. Eagle arms. Bring those elbows to shoulder height. And as you inhale, begin to flex the spine. So think of cat-cow. So this is the cat pose. We're flexing the spine, lifting the chest, lifting the chin, lifting the elbows. So there's a slight back bend here, not too far. Then as you exhale, begin to round the spine. Feel that stretch in the back of the shoulder blades or in the shoulder blades. Draw the elbows into the body. Tuck the chin. Twice more. Inhale. Lift the arms up. Lift the chest. Slight back bend. Exhale, draw the elbows in. Doesn't that feel nice on the spine? This part of the body, this upper back that we don't often give attention to. Inhale, lifting up. Feels really nice to begin to release it. And exhale. And then slowly release. Good, hands to the floor. And come over onto the hands and knees. And then stacking shoulders above wrists, hips above knees. As you inhale, flex the spine, lift the chin and the tailbone. As you exhale, round, tuck the chin. Inhale, flex the spine. Exhale, round. Inhale. Cat-cow, exhale, round. Good, and then nice straight arm in the left arm. Inhale, reach the right arm up. And then exhale, feed that right arm under the left arm. Bring the right shoulder to the floor. And then left elbow stacks above left wrist. As you inhale, push into that left hand. And as you exhale, reach that right arm along the floor. So this is lovely as well for the thoracic spine, for the back of the shoulders. If you feel okay there, option to bring that left arm behind you, maybe hooking the hand around the hip or the thigh. Keep drawing the left hip back. And exhale, release here, temple to the floor. Breathe, expansive breath. So in a twist, the breath can feel a little bit restricted. But breathe more deeply into the ribcage. One more breath. And then slowly bring that hand to the floor. Inhale, rise up. And we'll do the same on the other side. Inhale, left arm reaches up. Exhale, feed that arm under. As you inhale, push into the right hand. As you exhale, left arm feeds through, left shoulder to the floor, left temple to the floor. As you inhale, push into the right hand. As you exhale, feed it through. Option to bring the right arm behind you, maybe hooking the left thigh. Keep drawing the right shoulder back and also the right hip bone back. Top of the right femur draws back. On the exhalation, try and release and let go. One more breath. Good, and then slowly release. Keeping the hips stacked over the knees now. Take a deep inhale. And as you exhale, walk the hands forwards and slowly bring the chest down towards the floor. Now, if your thoracic spine or your upper back is quite tight, this could feel quite strong. So option to stack the arms one above the other and rest the forehead there. Or if you feel like you can come a bit closer to the floor, bring that chest down towards the floor, either forehead on the floor or the chin if you're nice and open in the back and shoulders. Keep drawing the triceps in to the upper arms in. And again, keep breathing into the back of the rib cage. And then inhale. Slowly come back up. And then we're going to come up into downward facing dog. So just walking the hands forward. Spread those fingers nice and wide. Palm of the hands rooted down to the floor. Tuck the toes. And then slowly lift the knees off of the floor. Begin to straighten the legs. Heels don't need to come to the floor, and they probably won't first thing in the morning. So just be easy on yourself. Tread out the feet. Lifting one heel and then the other. Finding some freedom and looseness in the body. Good, and then extend through the arms. Shoulder blades draw away from each other, so we're creating space between the shoulder blades. Navel draws in, draw the rib cage in and up. Tailbone lifts up towards the ceiling. Good. Just take another breath here. Just going to adjust the music. Apologies. Okay, then from here, step back, right foot between the hands. Ball of the left foot stays on the floor. Right knee stacked above right ankle. Inhale, reach the right arm up and look up towards that right hand. So twists are really helpful to begin to loosen up the upper back. Lengthen through the collarbone. As you exhale, slowly begin to draw that right hand back. Gaze is towards the fingertips. And we're going to make a full circle. As you inhale, come forwards, lift the arm up. And exhale, slowly bring it back twice more. Inhale up. And last one, exhale. Good, and then exhale that hand to the floor. Drop the back knee to the floor. And then sink the hips forwards. Right knee is stacked above right ankle. Okay. Once you feel comfortable there, inhale, reach the arms up. So we're lengthening between the, lifting the rib cage up away from the navel or from the hips. As you exhale, begin to twist through the belly. Bring the left hand to the right knee, right hand to the right hip. Again, as you inhale, lengthen. As you exhale, twist to look back over the right shoulder. Either staying there or right hand to the left thigh. Keep the shoulders stacked above the hips. Good, and take 2 more breaths there. Hope we're all doing okay. One more breath. And then slowly release. Bring the hands to the floor. And step back to down dog. Treading out those feet. Notice any difference in the upper back or the whole of the back. Notice if you're starting to feel a little bit more awake than you were. And then left foot between the hands. So twisted high lunge. Tap the fingertips of the right hand. Inhale, reach the left arm up. Breathe all the way up to the fingertips as you inhale. As you exhale, draw it into the heart space. As you inhale, expand the ribcage into the back of the body as well. As you exhale, slowly bring that hand down. Follow the fingertips with your gaze, and then inhale, forwards and up. Exhale, down and round. Inhale, forwards and up. Exhale, down and round. One more. So awakening those shoulders. And then exhale, hand to the floor. Drop that back knee. Come up onto that left thigh and then sink the hips forwards. Feel a nice stretch through the inner thighs. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, twist to your left, right hand to left thigh, left hand to left hip. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Feel that spine extend. Exhale, option to bring that hand to the right thigh. Really want to feel that in the rib cage through the intercostal muscles. Awakening the whole of the torso. Keep that breath big and expansive. And then inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, bring the hands to the floor. Slowly back to, or step forwards actually. Step that right foot forwards into a soft forward fold. So knees are softly bent. Allow the upper body to hang. So just allow gravity to bring the upper body to hang loosely. Notice where you might be trying to hold yourself up or hold tension. Let it go. Let it go through the out breath. Those strong, sturdy legs are holding you up. You can release the upper body. And as we breathe more deeply, we begin to let go even more. Nod the head, yes. No, make sure the neck is nice and relaxed. And then we're slowly going to roll up the spine, vertebra by vertebra. Roll the shoulders out. Good. Okay. Make sure those feet are about hip distance apart. And firmly rooted, active thighs. So lift the kneecaps up. Active thighs. When those thighs are active and when the legs are active, you should feel the feet really pushing into the floor, outside edges of the feet pushing in, inner arches lifting slightly. Inhale, reach the arms up. No, you can't see my hands, but fingers spread nice and wide. And then exhale, we're going to twist through the belly or through the torso to bring that right hand or right arm back and left arm forwards. Now I'm not twisting through the hips, so we want the right hip to stay facing forwards and the twist is through the belly. Again, we're working that upper back here. So you should feel that kind of under the right shoulder blade. Breathe into it. Imagine those fingertips are reaching for something. Keep pushing up through the feet. One more breath. And then inhale slowly back to center. And then exhale straight into the other side. So left hip facing forwards. The twist is through the belly and the rib cage. Inhale, expansive breath. Lift up from the feet all the way up. Exhale, draw the navel in. Maybe there's a bit more space to twist. Looking back towards that left hand. And then inhale back to center. Exhale, bring the hands onto the hips. So we've created a bit more space around here now. We're just going to take a soft standing back in. Inhale, lift the chest. Keep lifting the chest. Push the pubic bone forwards. Keep the legs nice and straight. And then exhale, slowly lift the spine. So don't overdo it. We don't want it all to come from the lower back. We're lifting through the rib cage, activating the middle of the back. Good, and then slowly bring the chin back towards the chest. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, soft knees, slowly begin to rise. Inhale, heart lifts. Exhale, step back to plank. And then we'll slowly float down to the floor. Either bend the elbows, chaturanga, if you're already feeling quite lively this morning, or knees down. Slowly float all the way down to the floor though. Okay, so hands next to or just under the shoulders. And we're just going to do 3 cobra lifts. So begin to awaken all those back muscles. Inhale, lift the chest. And then exhale, slowly lower. Begin to ripple the spine, drop the head. Inhale, slowly lift, head comes up last. Exhale, lower. Inhale. So we're not relying on the hands completely, we're using those back muscles as well. Exhale, lower. Good. Okay, little shoulder opener. Reach that right arm. I have to come over a little bit. Right arm along the floor, parallel with the right shoulder. Left hand on the floor in line with the left shoulder, and the left elbow is stacked above the left chest. So we're going to push into that left hand in order to twist slightly. So this is option 1, and I'll give you option 2 in a moment. If that's already quite strong on the front of the right shoulder, feel free to stay there. Otherwise, bring that left leg behind you and the left foot to the floor, and you'll feel that that deepens that stretch in the front of the right shoulder. Option 2 is to bring the left arm along the floor as well, and then reach that left leg up. So this demands a little bit more core strength, so you might want to take option 1, up to you. So this is a variation of scorpion pose. So if you want to really feel that stretch in the front of the right shoulder, you might prefer to come into option 1 if you're not feeling anything there. So often the front of the shoulder is very tight. And then exhale, slowly lower. We'll come to the other side, left arm extended, right hand to the floor or right arm extended, and then that right leg lifts up. And if you can't feel enough, you can always come over a little bit more, or walk that arm up a little further. Breathing deeply into the ribcage. And then slowly come back to center. Hands under the shoulders, elbows in. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, come back up into plank. And to down dog. And then inhale, come high onto the balls of the feet. So back to those ripples. Exhale, slowly begin to round the spine. Feel that nice stretch through the upper back. And then slowly come forwards into plank. Option to bring the knees to the floor. And then hips come down towards the floor, lift the chest. Exhale, so the head comes up last. Tuck the chin in. Slowly begin to round back into down dog. We'll do that twice more. Inhale, hand to the balls of the feet, ripple forwards. And then into up dog, or option to have the knees on the floor. If you're in up dog, the thighs are super active here. And we're lifting up the rib cage and the chest. And then slowly come back. So if your breath is nice and long, you might want to inhale forwards and exhale back. If not, inhale forwards and then exhale as you come into your back bend. Inhale, begin to lift up and exhale back. Good. Take a breath here. And then we're going to step that right foot between the hands. Option to raise the right leg first if you wish. And slowly step it forwards. Bring the back heel to the floor. For warrior one, inhale, reach the arms up. As you exhale, deeply bend that front knee. Reach those fingertips up towards the ceiling. Lift the chest, lift the rib cage. As you exhale, draw the shoulder blades down towards the back of the rib cage. So we're not hunching the shoulders to the ears, let them go. Inhale. And then exhale, turn the palms outwards, bring the hands behind you, interlock the fingers, squeeze the shoulder blades together, inhale. Exhale, slowly begin to draw the chest down towards the floor. Again, option to bring that back knee to the floor if you need to. Right shoulder might come to rest on the right knee, in which case, staying here if you wish. Keep drawing those hands away from the tailbone. You want to feel like you're squeezing a pencil between the shoulder blades. If you can go deeper, feel free to come on the inside of that right foot. But keep that breath smooth and steady. Breathe fully into the backbone. And then inhale, come halfway up, hands to the floor. Step back to down dog. Inhale, ripple forwards. Option to bring the knees to the floor. And then exhale, ripple back. Same on the other side, left leg raised. Step that left foot between the hands. Right heel to the floor. Inhale, reach the arms up for warrior one. Fingertips lifting. Shoulder blades drawing down towards the back of the rib cage. Notice how the breath feels. Be able to breathe into the back of the rib cage. Is there any tension in the breath? And then exhale. Turn those palms outwards, interlock the fingers. As you inhale, squeeze the shoulder blades together, squeezing that pencil. Exhale, slowly begin to fold forwards, bringing those hands away from the tailbone. And you might not go very far, that's fine, as long as you can feel that nice squeeze of the shoulder blade and that opening of the shoulders. Maybe resting left elbow on left thigh. Fingers drawing up towards the ceiling, going deeper if you wish. Smooth, steady breath. And then inhale, slowly rising up. Exhale, hands to the floor, downward facing dog. Option to have a rest in child's pose. If you're new to yoga and this is already quite challenging for you, otherwise inhale, ripple forwards. Opening those shoulders, exhale, slowly ripple back. And then look between the hands. And step, hop or walk forwards. Inhale, heart lifts. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift the heart. Feet are a little wider than hip distance. And then we're going to take hold of the big toes if you can reach. Otherwise, your hands are on the shin and your back is nice and flat. Okay, so if you've got hold of the toes, we'll begin to shift forwards, our weight forwards onto the balls of the feet. Inhale, lengthen the spine. As you exhale, draw the navel in and begin to fold forwards, bending the elbows. Good, and we're really opening and releasing here through the with that, so working that. So no forcing. If you're able to straighten the legs here, great. You want to feel those sit bones reach up and away from each other. Otherwise, feel free to keep the knees softly bent and just feel that nice lengthening through the spine. And then inhale, heart lifts. Bring the hands to the hips, exhale. Inhale, slowly rising all the way up. And then step the feet together. Then we're going to step the left foot back and come into warrior two. So the right foot facing the front of the mat. Deeply bend that right knee. Outside edge of the left foot rooted to the floor. And we're lifting the arch of the left foot. Try and align the heel with the arch of the foot. Arms parallel to the floor. External rotation of the shoulders. If you're not sure what that means, just turn the arms over. So this is external rotation of the shoulders. We want to keep the arms like this, but then just turn the hands back over at the wrists and sink a bit deeper into that right knee. Gazing down the right fingertips. Expansive inhale, feel the spine lengthening, creating space in the rib cage. So remember, we're creating space in the body today. Creating space for more breath. And then inhale, straighten that front leg. Exhale, hinging forwards with the right fingertips. Triangle pose. Right hand to right shin to a block if you're using one, if you prefer. And then left arm reaches up towards the ceiling. If you're super open in the side body and the hamstrings, feel free to bring that right hand to the floor. And then the gaze is up towards that left hand. Keep drawing the rib cage, the upper rib cage, into the body, but at the same time the chest is rotating up towards the ceiling. Expansive breath. Option to reach that left arm all the way over the head if that feels accessible to you. If the breath becomes really difficult by doing this, just come back to that original pose. And then bend that front knee. Inhale, rising back up. Straighten the legs. Turn that right foot in so that the feet are parallel. Reach the arms alongside the shoulders. Bring them behind you. Interlock the fingers. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Lift the chest. Exhale, soften the knees and begin to fold forward. So again, we're bringing those hands as far away from the tailbone as feels comfortable. Squeezing that pencil between the shoulder blades. Shift your weight forwards into the balls of the feet and exhale, fold. Keep the breath expansive. Don't push so hard that it becomes really difficult to breathe. Just going to check your comments. Make sure you're doing okay. Hope everyone's all right. It's very strange not being able to see you all, but one day, one more breath. And then soften the knees. Inhale, slowly rising up. And we'll come straight to the other side, extending the arms. Turn that left foot to the end of the mat. Exhale, bend that front knee. Good. So again, we're externally rotating the shoulders. So turn those arms over and then just flip the hands back at the wrists. Gazing down the left fingertips. As you exhale, sink a bit deeper into that front knee. So someone mentioned adductors last week as well, but I wasn't sure if your adductors are tight or whether you want to strengthen them. So this is good for releasing the adductors, and then I'll show you something at the end for strengthening. So gazing down the left fingertips. Big expansive breath. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Exhale, reach forwards with the left hand and back to triangle pose. Hand to the shin and call block or to the floor. And that right arm reaches up towards the ceiling. So you want to feel that stretch through the right side of the body. So try not to rotate the chest towards the floor. We're rotating that chest up towards the ceiling. Big expansive breath. And then option to bring that right arm all the way over the ear. Keep breathing there, one more breath. Just going to see what's happened to the music. And check the time because I don't have my phone. Good, and then inhale, rise back up. Turn that left foot in so the feet are parallel. Bring the arms together, eagle arms again, right arm over left arm. Cross here, bending the elbows, either palms together or hooking little finger and thumb. Inhale, lift the chest, so that slight back bend again. And then exhale, slowly begin to lower. Keep a soft bend in the knees if you wish, otherwise straight, draw them in, rounding in the spine. Inhale, back up. And exhale, round. Good, inhale, back up. Open the arms. And then same on the other side, left arm above right arm, bend the elbows, palms together. Inhale, slight back bend. Exhale, activate the core muscles here. Draw the navel in and round the spine. Those feet are nice and strong. Inhale up. Exhale, round. Good, and then inhale, come back up. Release the arms. Turn that right foot to the front of the mat. Bend the knee, hands to the floor, and step back. Inhale. Exhale, knees, chest and chin, or float all the way down, just bending the elbows. Good. Okay, so we're going to work those upper back muscles a bit now. So hands next to the chest, underneath the shoulders. Keep the elbows in. So think of them as clipping wings. Well, not clipping wings, that's horrible, but drawing them into the body. And then as you inhale, we're going to lift the chest, lift the hands, and option 3, it might not be for all of you, is to lift the legs as well. And we're going to hold here for 3 breaths. We're really using those upper back muscles, squeezing the glutes as well and activating the thighs. Lift higher with each inhale. And one full up. And exhale, slowly lower, well done. And we're just going to do a little release for the neck here, also works the shoulder. So bring the hands onto the lower back. As you inhale, lift the chest and bring that right arm forwards. As you exhale, turn the right palm outwards and turn your head to the left as you lower. Same on the other side. Inhale, left arm forwards, turn the head back to center. Exhale, turn the palm outwards and head to the right. Once more on each side. Inhale. Exhale, so you're using those back muscles to lift the chest. And then inhale. Exhale. Turn the chin back to center. Option to have the arms either with the hands on the floor or arms back. Or if you want to work a bit harder, reach the arms forwards. And we're going to do Superman pose, let's call this. Inhale, lift the chest and lift the legs and the arms. And we're going to hold for 3 breaths, lifting a bit higher with each inhalation. So inhale, come up. Really activate those back muscles, core muscles, activate the thighs, reach the feet back. Twice more. And one more breath. And exhale, slowly lower. Well done. Take a rest for a moment. Either forehead on the hands or resting the cheek on the hands. If you're feeling it in the back, just wobble those hips from side to side. Good, and then bring the hands to the floor. Slowly push up and back onto the heels. So either sitting on the heels or cross-legged. Take hold of your belt, scarf, tie, whatever it is, bit of rag, and we're going to put it over the right shoulder. So you might not need this. If you don't need it, you might well know what we're going for anyway. So over the right shoulder, arms parallel to the floor, bend the left elbow. I'm going to turn around so you can see. And then we're walking that left hand up the back. Inhale the right arm up. Exhale, bend the right elbow, and you're either holding that belt, so you want tension on the belt, or interlocking the fingers if that's available. Draw the navel in towards the spine, so try not to arch the back too much here. Expansive chest as you inhale. Breathe fully into that rib cage. Hopefully there's a little bit more space there now. One more breath. And then slowly release. Same on the other side. So if you're using the belt, place it on the opposite shoulder. And then walking that right hand up the back. In the left elbow, either interlocking the fingers or holding on to that belt. Eyes closed. Awareness to the breath. And then slowly release. Just roll out those shoulders. That's quite a strong one, particularly on one side, so my right shoulder's tighter than the other. But if you were to practice that one every day, it would really make a difference, especially if you spend a lot of time sitting at a computer. Okay. So we're just going to come into a dolphin pose now. So forearms to the floor. Option to interlock the fingers here. So this is really good for developing upper body strength. So really nice for the upper back, but also builds strength in the arms in order to start practicing your inversions. So if you already have inversions, then this might be quite easy for you. So lifting the knees. So it's like a forearm version of downward facing dog. If you want to increase the work of the upper body and the arms, you walk the feet forwards and you'll feel the weight shift into the arms a little bit more. So if you've already got quite a lot of strength in the upper body, you might want to practice this arm balance with me. Otherwise, stay there in dolphin. If you're exhausted already, we are nearly finished, I promise. Then feel free to come and rest in child's pose. Otherwise, fingers spread nice and wide for crow pose. So on the balls of the feet, and we'll start shifting the weight into the hands. And then begin to bend the elbow so that you create a little ledge. Please, if you haven't done this before or you haven't quite mastered it yet, please have a blanket or a cushion or something in front of you, because if you do fall, you'll fall flat on your face. So do protect yourself there. You might want to just get used to putting weight into the hands. So don't feel you have to come up if you're not ready. Please be safe. So the knees then rest on that ledge of the upper arms, and you start to feel that weight shift into the hands. And then you might want to practice just lifting one foot and release, the other foot and then release. And only when you feel ready, so the weight will be fully in the hands, you can begin to lift both feet off of the floor. Fingers gripping the floor, gazes forwards. And then slowly release when you're ready. I can't see you, but well done. Okay, and then just take a rest in child's pose for a moment. So we started in this pose. So just take a moment to compare how that breath feels in the rib cage or in the thoracic part of the body, part of the spine. Can you breathe more freely? Just taking one more breath here. And then slowly come onto your back. So if the person that's mentioned adductors is watching, or if anyone else actually has difficulty in bridge pose, keeping the legs together, if the knees tend to splay out and you find it quite difficult to bring the legs together, this can be quite common with guys as well, not always, especially if they do a lot of exercise where you're contracting those leg muscles. If you have a block or something similar, could be a cushion or a blanket, just place it between those legs and squeeze it. And then arms on the floor. As you inhale, push into the feet, lift the hips up for bridge pose. And then we're going to roll those shoulders in underneath. Interlock the fingers if you can. Lift those hips up nice and high. So you might not need to use the block. That's up to you. But you want those knees and feet to be parallel. Pushing into the feet. Stay there for another 3 breaths. 3 long breaths. And I'm just going to have to check the time. And then after that third exhale, release the hands, slowly lower down to the floor. Then you're either going to practice that same thing again, so you're going to come back up into bridge. For those of you that are quite open in the back, you have back bends in your practice, and that was quite easy for you, feel free to try wheel pose, or if you have that in your practice already. If you're tight there and if bridge pose was challenging for you, please don't try this, be careful. But for those of you that want to or feel ready, hands next to the ears. So if you're in bridge pose, you're doing 5 breaths there, otherwise 5 breaths here. Pushing into the feet, lifting the hips, and then beginning to push into the hands. And see that upper body comes forwards or comes back towards the hands. So it's not all in I'm not just towards the legs. Often the arms can be sort of far away and that's a big strain. But you're getting that nice stretch in the upper back. Good. Holding here for 5 breaths if that feels okay. Or coming down whenever you're ready. Keep lifting up into the rib cage, lifting that pubic bone up towards the ceiling. And then exhale, slowly go. And then windscreen wipers with the legs, allow them to come over to the right, so down to the floor wherever you work. And then same to the other side. Back to the right. And to the left. And then draw those knees into the chest. Give yourself a big squeeze, make yourself into a tiny ball. And then slowly release. And we'll prepare for relaxation. So lying down on the floor, allowing those feet to roll open. Arms slightly away from the body, palms facing upwards. And take a few releasing breaths, so big lion breath, releasing any tension. Twice more. Big inhale, gather that tension. As you exhale, let it go. Stick the tongue out, lion back breath. And then allow the breath to become soft and natural. Allow the body to release all effort. And drawing on a sense of gratitude towards your body for all the variety of ways that it can move, for its genius design, its ability to correct and heal itself, if only we give it the time to listen to it and what it needs. And slowly begin to deepen the breath. Moving fingers and toes, gently rolling the head from side to side, and taking a nice long stretch when you're ready. Hug the knees into the chest. And then roll over to your right side. And slowly come up to sit. So sitting cross-legged, spine nice and tall, hands on the knees. Take a breath. And as you inhale, slowly reach the arms up, gathering all that energy you've created through our practice today, and then exhale, palms together, down to the chest. And just think of one thing that you're grateful for. And allow that to rest in the heart space. Thank you, everyone. Namaste. Thanks for joining. Hope you all feel a bit more open in that thoracic spine and back, can breathe more fully. Because when we breathe more fully, we are much more open and productive and just feel great. The more we feel great, the more we can be great for everybody else. So thank you all very much. Again, if you did enjoy the class, please donate to the Conquest Hospital Fund. Again, leave me any comments about anything else you'd like to work on, and I will do something for next week. Thanks, Ed. Thank you for your lovely tunes. Check out Edd Blakeley. This is his lovely music. Hope you enjoyed that. And I'll see you all next week, I guess. Oh, look, we've got a few seconds left. Any comments? Anything? I want still loads of comments. I will go through them all afterwards. But and I'm loving all this like gratitude and love in the comments. So nice, guys. Really lovely. Thank you all for taking care of each other as well. You're welcome, Sophie. Yeah, anything else that you would like to see in the class next week? Any feedback? Really useful. Anna Mitchell saying lovely tunes. Thank you. Well, thanks to Ed. I'll see if we can get some more tunes for next week. Otherwise, I might use these ones again. But anyway, love you all. Take care of yourselves and each other. And yeah, same time next week. Thank you.